Hey everybody, so I'm going to be tying up a green machine. That's green bodied deer hair. A little piece of brown hackle that we'll wrap on there, and we're going to use some Chinese red, tie in a button. And I use this crinkle flash. Give it a nice little tail. So I'm going to be using, this is GSP Vivus GSP 50D. I never had this years ago when I first started tying these, but this stuff is pretty sweet. So I'll just get the thread started here. Clip off the tag end. And GSP is pretty tough stuff. So, first thing is we'll get this butt section tied in. Back about even with your barb on your hook, and I'll mash that off. And then we'll just wrap in a nice little tag here. It's just actually, I'm gonna just cut a little piece of it. I got ahead of myself there. Making these videos make me so excited. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of these. And I'll just trim them here. Put it back. I'll just capture this crystal flash. And then we'll fold it over and just keep it on top of the hook. Okay. That there you can leave for now. Or you can trim it, whatever you want to do. We'll trim it just for, gives you that nice little tail. Now we'll wrap this stuff. It's a nice little tag. And we'll get our hackle all ready to tie in here. Okay. Now this stuff works pretty good for these smaller flies because it's, if you can see it, it's shorter deer hair, so you're not wasting a lot. So I just grab, some people say the size of a pencil, but I don't go that big. I'll go maybe half that size on these smaller flies. I just grab just a nice little clump. And then we'll pinch it. We'll set it. And we're gonna get one wrap. and then pull straight up, spin it. It looks like some people's hairdo in the morning, mine included. So I find it's easier this way. I'm gonna change my glasses and turn into a total nerd. They work good though. I'm at the age now where I don't really care what I look like, obviously. So I find it's easier to do this now before you get too much on there. So you can lock your vise. Another nice thing about the Norvise is that you can lock it on the side so you can work. And then you can spin it upside down so you can work some more. So we got most of that looked after. There's one little. Okay. Maybe two. Believe it or not, I used to be fast at this when I used to production tie these little buggers. But I was a lot younger too. Okay. That looking pretty good. Okay. Don't push it together too much. You want the fly to remain soft. So we'll grab our second clump. Same thing. Set it up here. Grip it, spin it. The deer hair keeps trying to get away here. That one's already pre-cut. Excellent. Okay, same thing. Number 3. We might get one more small one in here. Yeah, know your deer hair's getting old when. So this should be the last one here, and then we'll get her trimmed up. So that looks pretty good. So this is a little trick. This is just a piece of tubing you'd use for tube flies. It's a little bit smaller than the end of a big pen, the old plastic tube style. I've got one, but I can't find it because my tying desk is so organized. So just grab that, push that on the end of past your eye, and then I'll just take this, and it just pushes this back for you a little bit so it's not so unmanageable. And then no more and then you find your whip finish tool, or you can do it by hand. Give her a couple little whip finishes. The only thing about this is a nice bobbin. It's a Petitjean. It's really quick. If you can see that, it's got a slot right up here. Or you can change your thread real quick. You just pop it in, and it takes you seconds, but it's not retractable. Like, I just gotta put some of that on a spool someday when I'm, not busy. We'll just trim this little guy up here. Some people like to make them a little chunkier. It's whatever you prefer. I fished them both like pretty well all. Any way you could possibly fish this fly, I fished it. Caught a lot of nice Atlantic salmon. I'm actually going to take this one to BC and give her a go. Over on the Skeena outside of around Terrace. I guess the Skeena is right in Terrace. It's always been on my bucket list, so I am going to be 55 this year. Getting old. Yeah, he looks pretty good. Okay. Now we're gonna wrap this. You can counter wrap it, you can go the same way as your thread, whatever. Your choice. So we're gonna give 2. That's 2 full wraps. 3. And then 4. And then we'll go get our non-retractable bobbin. And we're gonna bring her in so she's more manageable. I will put this on a spool for the automatic bobbin. So we're gonna capture that right there, that piece of hackle. Okay. Then you can just pull on it to break it off. And now, to make this strong, like this is one of the key things of doing with these bugs. And this Vivus works very well, so you just come back on an angle right beside the hackle. And it works in so nicely that you can barely tell it's even there, but what it does, it makes this strong so much stronger. So just bring her back. And then we're just gonna finish the little head on it here. Looks pretty good. I might trim a couple of those logots away from me. Okay. And we will put a little whip on her. I like this. Celere is really awesome head cement. Used to be able to get it clear. I don't know if you still can. Get the black. I know they still got the black at a Fly Mart in Ontario. So we'll just put a little bit of head cement on here. There. So that is a very popular fly back on the Miramichi. Hopefully I can get something to grab that little puppy over on the Skeena. Okay, thanks for watching.